Hey guys, if you need to heal your mind, your body, whatever it is, the best way to calm yourself is to go outside and be one with nature. As I was just standing here and watching the water, and as you can see, the things in the water are just kind of swaying with the flow of the water. And so then as I saw that, I just started swaying with the flow of my body, with my arms, my hips, my legs. I just let it kind of move. And that made me feel so much better. Like I've been spiraling about something that's been bothering me, and I was having a really hard time getting out of that. And it is hard to get out of that when you have things going on with you and you don't know what's going on for sure. So going out here and walking and being in the sunshine and being around the trees and watching the squirrels. I even stood there as a squirrel just kind of popped up out of the grass, and we just stood there. Like he was over there, I was over here, and just enjoying each other's company. It was like we were having a magical playtime in our heads because I was sending nothing but love to that squirrel. And it was like we were playing around, even though the squirrel's over there and I'm over here, we're still playing around in our mind and our energy. And the squirrel just stayed there, and it was so beautiful, and it was so much fun, and it felt so good. And that's kind of how our spirits work with us too, is they're with us. We can't see them, we can't talk to them, but we can feel them, and we can use that energy to create this thing, our imagination in our head, because our imagination is energy and it is happening. And so it was like I was imagining us playing around in the grass and in the trees and dancing around. And even though we're a little bit farther away from each other, complete and utter unconditional love for one another. So that was just beautiful, and that's a good way. Like I've been dealing with some things. I've had lots of intestinal issues for the last several years, and then I've had MRIs, surgeries, and then now during a exam checking for a fistula, I have a mass in my rectum, and he said it's not a polyp, it's a mass. So I have to have a stat MRI, an endoscopy, a colonoscopy, and a biopsy, and it'll have to be removed. So I don't know what that means or what's going to happen. So I have to just trust and believe. And I know that everything happens for a reason. And I know that even the fear of this is coming to me for a reason. There's some things in my life that I have to deal with, some past things that are happening in my mental nervous system now. So dealing with what's happening now will also heal the past. So there's a lot I'm going to be working on. And it's going to be quite the journey, because there's a lot of fears that have happened from experiences that I've had. So I have to work on my relationships with certain things like food, because food used to be comfort for me. And believe it or not, I used to weigh 305 pounds. Then everything happened with my intestines, the perforation, removing part of my colon. I lost 150 pounds, 155 pounds. And then food now is no longer my source of eating my emotions and eating all that stuff. So I went from the opposite to not really eating because food creates pain in my mind. So I have this terrible relationship with food that I have to work on. And just know that you're not alone. And even though my story is my story, there's parts of my story that can ring true to you. So whatever it is for you, know that, recognize the triggers that are happening now. Be aware of them. Be aware of how your nervous system is responding based on the past experiences that you've had. And know that you can work on changing them now. And while it's going to be hard work, it's going to be worth it, because you are going to be free. You are going, like I always talk about, being trapped in that cage and the door's open, you don't fly out. Well, there's things, old beliefs and old things that have happened that are keeping you trapped where you are and keeping you in the space that you're in. So working on the things now to heal the past can help you set yourself free. And that's what my hope is for me to do, continuing to learn and work with my nervous system and my therapist to know how to deal with that. And when I get stuck in this, I'm in the house and like all these things and thoughts and Googling, and don't Google, just don't Google. Just trust yourself and just go out in nature. And I put on my headphones, I put on good feeling music. Like there's a song about the oak tree, because we have tons of oak trees around here. The song about the oak tree, and just that ground me and bring me back to the beautiful things in life, like the sunshine, and it's sparkling on the water, like it's like glitter, those type of things, or the breeze against my skin, or the smell in the air, or the sun, the warmth against my skin. I'm getting in that vitamin D that I need so much. So just know that there are ways to bring yourself back here, even though some days seem really, really, really hard to do that, and really hard to stop the mental chatter. Know that it's possible, and get out of your space, get out of your head. So for me, that's why I say nature, because nature has the ability to heal you. Now, granted, like, it's not going to be like this 24/7. It's not always rainbows and butterflies. We have to deal with things that we don't want to deal with. But it's the reprieve of coming and doing the things that make you feel okay, so you can continue to move forward, so you can continue to make the steps that you need to take to heal yourself and feel better and see the good. There's people in my life that annoy the crap out of me, and I was sitting out here going, oh, but they like trees too. Oh, they like animals too. So those are parts of them that I love. So it was like just being out here helped me see that in that moment. No, I'm not saying that when I go back in with those people, I'm not going to see the bad stuff, but being able to see them in a different light, a different perspective while I'm here in this divine space. And so when they talk about the nervous system, they talk about the ventral, which is up here, and that's the connection. That's this feeling that we have here. And then the sympathetic is the action mode. You're being chased by the lion, so you're taking action. And it's not always a bad action, so sometimes we can make them get bad actions. And then the bottom part is the dorsal, and I call that the ego. I call that the depression mode. It's like the conserve energy, because you're in the jaws of the tiger or the lion, and you're conserving your energy, so when it lets go, you can take off. So, and that's when you don't want to do anything. Like, you don't want to go outside and do this stuff. You don't want to do this and that. But I knew it was sunny today. I knew that for my mental health, I needed to get out, and I needed to move, and I needed to connect with Mother Earth, because for me, that brings peace to my heart. And then pack up some crystals, bring some crystals out here with me. I've got some in my little bag here that I bring out here with me, just to help really amplify the energy, because crystals hold energy, so they amplify energy. And this is Angelite, which helps you connect with the angel energy, just divine energy, higher vibration energy. So little tricks and tips. So I kind of rambled, but I hope this helps somebody. And just know that you're not alone, and it's okay, and you are entitled to feel what you're going to feel about it, and you're entitled to throw your pity party for a minute, or as I called it yesterday with my therapist, my 5-year-old temper tantrum or 2-year-old temper tantrum. I don't know. I needed a moment to just throw my temper tantrum, then put my big girl panties back on, and get back to what I needed to do, which was come out here and be with nature, because it brings tears to my eyes, because I need this. My body needs this. My mind needs this. So even though I didn't want to do it this whole week, this is worth it. This was worth getting my butt up and doing it. Even if it's only for, I don't know, I think I planned on being here 2 hours. So I hope this message helps you. Love always and forever. Bye for now.